collective check-in time. This is my parent collective, okay? I've been really called to be able to do one for you guys for the month of May. What do you need to know when it comes to your kids? What's going on with them? And what advice can I give to be able to help you guys? All right. So let's dive in and find out. Oh, it just went 11:11 here in Adelaide. Love that. All right, so what do you guys need to know? Overarching energy for when it comes to your kids this month. All right. You can always change the picture. Oh, I love this. And your truth will set your soul free. Look at the imagery on these cards. Honestly, whispers to my soul. If you're interested in purchasing her deck, she has a Facebook page. Oh, they're just magic. Sorry, I love this deck so much. All right, last one. Okay. We'll get 4. Free spirit and protection. Okay, so let's dive in and find out what do you guys need to know when it comes to your kids. You can always change the picture and your truth will set your soul free. I already know as parents that we love, because I'm a parent myself, we love our children so much, and sometimes we think that by protecting them, by sheltering them from the world and not allowing them to know certain things about life, really the big, bad, ugly world out there, especially as our kids are growing up, we love to be able to protect them from those sorts of things, but sometimes that can have a counteractive approach. What it can actually do is it can give our children a false sense of reality. And I understand we do this from a loving place, but sometimes giving our children the knowledge of really what the world is like, but obviously wording it in a way that really relates to them at their age level. Help them to understand, yes, the world may be a little bit more, I want to say the word treacherous, but you wouldn't say that to an 8-year-old, but you know what I mean. A little bit more difficult to be able to manage, but there are ways around it. Being able to give our kids the tools and the knowledge that they really need in order to be able to succeed at life. It's such a big step ahead than just education, because that's the thing. Schools, as much as we need them, they don't teach our children how to live life. They don't give us that real life knowledge. That comes from experiences or people allowing our children to have that knowledge. So it's really here for you guys this month. If your children have really been calling out or asking a lot of questions, just in general, like why does this happen? Or if they're showing curiosity, or if there's been moments in time where you wish that you had have been a little bit more open with your children rather than shielding them. They're saying here for this collective, for you guys, it's time to set that free. Your truth will set your soul free. And sometimes sharing your own story with your children, obviously, again, at a level that they can understand, setting that example, sharing your story with your children can actually help prepare them for what life is really like. And let their spirit set free. We got to give our kids a little bit of an inch, okay? Yes, I know that, I've got teenagers, so, that saying like, you give them an inch, they take a mile. Well, it's having those boundaries in place if they do that. No, you won't be able to do that again. But allowing our kids to be able to learn and experience life. How else are they going to grow up to become self-aware, to be wise, to make better decisions when they're older? It all comes down to experience. And this collective, your children, they're screaming out for knowledge. They want to know. They want to know more. Let them. Good old Mel Robbins, let them. And look, the yes card, sun card in tarot represents the yes card, confirmation. All right, what else? What else do you guys need to know? we all, sorry, I can't get it out of my head today. We all have the opportunity to change. Every single one of us. We don't need to keep repeating these same cycles. I don't care how old you are. I changed my life at 35 years old. And it's the happiest I've been. And my children are very happy because I've been able to do this as well. So, guys, like the road to you, the road to enlightenment, you being a better person for you, filling your cup up, will then spill out so you can be a better parent to your children too. So if you've been teetering on the edge as well about you'd like to change, but maybe you feel like you're too old, you are never too old to change. Ever. It just takes some baby steps. Change one thing. Change one thing in your life. I know this is a bit of a mixed bag here. Like I said, it was my parent collective, okay? So there's some advice here for you and some advice for your children. All right. What are your kids up to this month? What do you need to know? Whoa. Okay, so I'm really hearing for this collective here, like some of your kids are going to be having some issues when it comes to friendships. I think if you start noticing a change in their behavior, maybe if they are a little bit more inclusive, if they're a little bit more quiet, if they're not wanting to come out and join you guys as they normally would, just take note of their behavior, because I feel that this collective, you guys, your children are actually going through some hardship at school here when it comes to friends, or I'm just hearing sporting too, so there could be, you know, maybe some bullying or some exclusion going on in the teams and stuff like that. Really just check in on them. Just take note of the warning signs, and you know, everything I say in this share is for a reason. And so if you've experienced some moments like this in your life, explain, you know, tell them about the experiences that you've had, because it also will help you bond with your child as well. If you say, look, yeah, I had something like this happen to me when I was a kid, you know, this is how I handled it. If it was done, you know, done well, or change it up, turn it into a metaphor as well. You can be like, well, yeah, you know, cousin Joey Jojo or whoever, you know, they had something like this happen and this is what they did. Give them that advice, but don't, like open them up. You don't need to sugarcoat so much. Oh, and look, you know what? I really do feel this is confirmation. 2 of Cups. Just look at this. This doesn't have to just represent romantic love. This is connection. This is about being connected to somebody. And I really feel that if you guys release that blanket of protection that you've got over your beautiful little baby birds and let them fly a little bit more and have those kind of deeper conversations, like, yeah, like I've been through that too when I was at high school or something, it's really going to bring you two together again. And I know what it's like, you know, our children, we're so close to them when they're little, and then they start to grow up and, you know, then they don't want a bar of us, and they do eventually start to come back. And it's by through when they get older, having these sorts of conversations with them. That's all we want as parents, right? Is to be close to our kids and to be able to guide them and for them to not get hurt, but sometimes they need to fall over and scrape their knee. It's teaching our kids about how they get back up. What do they do after they've scraped their knee? That's where it is. And this collective, I really feel that this is going to be a powerful month. I think almost all of my collectives for May, you guys have got some really amazing things happening, all to do with change. It's very, very exciting. We had the 5-5 portal last night. Cinco de Mayo. You guys have got a beautiful month ahead if you decide to let go of that blanket. Yeah, connection. Love. I really feel that for the first time in a long time, your children, I'm seeing like it's probably one in particular, so one that you've been feeling, you know, distant with lately. I'm just seeing someone like rest their head on like their mum or dad's shoulder, you know. There's that being connected again, showing that caring nature. The thing about the Queen of Pentacles, right? So the reason why I love her so much is she does embody very much the Queen of Swords, which is the logical minded, straight minded thinking here with a sense of boundaries, but also Queen of Pentacles is matched with the Queen of Cups, someone who is emotionally stable, who is nurturing, who is caring. Queen of Pentacles, she embodies all of that. She has that tough love approach mixed with that nurturing kind of stability. Now, it doesn't have to be male or female here. It's just the embodiment of the energy. If you're a man and you're a dad and you're watching this, I call this the big daddy energy, okay? It's that healthy masculine. You can still be close with your children and be soft and kind and caring. That's what they want. Oh, 11 there too. Anyway, you guys, you've got a beautiful opportunity this month. Yeah. Talk it out. You know, if you're finding that you're struggling having conversations with your kids, if they don't want to open up to you very much, take them for a drive or get them to do some sort of activity at the same time. So that's really, really helpful when you're trying to deal with people who are a little bit closed off emotionally, or if, you feel that there's a little bit of resistance, go and do some sort of activity, whether it's, you know, like get them to go shoot hoops or kick a soccer ball around or mini golf or go for a drive or something like that, where they're kind of taking their focus onto one thing, which will allow them to really just kind of open up. Sorry guys, I got stopped then. I can't remember what I was up to, but I think I pretty much just finished that. So yeah, just have a chat with your child. Oh, that's right. I was saying about doing some sort of activity here that will really help your kid to be able to open up. All right, anything else when it comes to what's going on? Oh, and more family time, even if your children hate it. But do something different if you can. You know, there's so many activities that you guys can do and you don't even need money. Sometimes it's about just getting them out there. Yes, they may kick and scream and whinge that they don't want to do it, but after you guys are actually out there enjoying everything, there's so much connection that's coming through for this collective for this month. It's just so beautiful. I really feel that, like, you guys that I'm tapping into this month, whoever it is, whichever child it is, I feel like they've been going through it for a little while now, and I think that they've tried to be able to take it all on themselves and do the best that they can, but I think they've just kind of hit a wall now. And so it's really about opening up, sharing your story, telling them, you know, giving them advice and truth about the real world, and teaching them that, you know, like, they can be as strong as they need to be able to get through this. Like Michael Jordan, I love him. He's always a fantastic reference to go to when it comes to, I love him so much, when it comes to people who just don't quit, you know. Maybe do a little bit of homework too about that as well. So, especially because I was talking about metaphors as well. So, you know, base a story on, you know, maybe their favorite sporting hero or something like that. And there's a reason why I said that too. But anyway, guys, all right, much love. If you'd like to book a reading with me, or if you want some coaching, all you have to do is click the links in my bio.